It's almost 2 a.m. Your phone lights up your face in a room that hasn't heard laughter in days. You said you were done. You blocked the account. You deleted the app. You begged God last Sunday, through tears you couldn't explain. And now you're here, hands shaking, heart pounding like a war drum. And somewhere deep inside, you're asking the one question no one wants to say out loud. God, why won't you take this? You've fasted. You've cried. You've confessed to walls. But the temptation still knocks, louder, later, sharper. And what makes it worse is knowing he's still watching, still letting it happen. Why? Because maybe this isn't rejection. Maybe it's training. Maybe the fire isn't here to destroy you. It's here to reveal what he's building in you. You see shame. He sees resistance. You see weakness. He sees a warrior in the making. Spiritual warfare doesn't show up in the obvious. It shows up in the craving no one sees. In the fight between who you were and who you're becoming. The war isn't against your body. It's against your purpose. That's why the enemy doesn't leave you alone. Because your yes in the dark is costing him territory. Every time you fall and still reach for God, you burn a hole through hell's agenda. Every time you choose to get up, even when guilt chains your ankles, heaven leans closer. You think the lust struggle disqualifies you, but maybe it's what qualifies you to minister with scars that glow in places no spotlight could ever reach. God is not waiting for your record to be spotless. He's looking for a heart that crawls back even with dirt under its nails. That's the kind of worship hell can't fake, and the kind of worship God lives in. You wanted him to snap his fingers and erase it. But he's building something deeper. Endurance, surrender, authority. You don't learn those by being rescued. You learn them by fighting through the night with nothing but a whisper God. Please don't let go. This isn't about lust. Not really. It's about control, about submission, about choosing who owns your story when no one's watching. The enemy wants you numb, quiet, ashamed, but spiritual warfare is won when you speak, when you stop hiding, when you stare the urge in the face and say, I see you, but I still belong to God. That's power. That's warfare. That's you refusing to trade your identity for temporary relief. And that kind of fight doesn't start in daylight. It starts on bathroom floors, in parked cars. At 3 a.m., when the silence screams louder than sin. You are not weak because you struggle. You are strong because you haven't stopped swinging. You've chosen light with shaking hands. You've whispered prayers with a mouthful of shame. And even then, God leaned in. He never left. Not once. Even when you swore you'd never do it again, and did. Even when you felt like a fraud, lifting your hands in worship. Even when you hated yourself for craving something you knew would break you. He was still there. Because he's not after your perfection. He's after your heart. The one that still says, I want you, even when everything inside says run. You're not too far. You're not too broken. You're not beyond reach. If anything, you're closer than you think. Because brokenness doesn't push God away. It pulls him in. That cry in your chest, it's not weakness. It's proof you're still alive, still in the fight, still his. And even now, yes, now he wants you. Not the cleaned up, Sunday best version. You, tired, torn, honest. That's who he loves. That's who he died for. That's who he's calling tonight. Not to shame you, but to walk you out of hiding and into healing. So if tonight's the night you almost gave up, don't. If you're kneeling on the bathroom tile, if you've got one tear left, use it to pray. Even if it's broken, even if your voice shakes, even if you don't believe every word, say it anyway. Say it now. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. And if those words cracked something open in you, if the darkness blinked just a little, then do one last thing. Send this to the one who's still hiding. Someone you love is fighting in silence, and they need to know. They're not fighting alone.